The trap for realtors is getting really close. Don't fall victim to the trap. Hey everyone, this is your favorite coach, Plummer III, Coach DP3, with another video. On this video, I want to talk about the importance of the next 5 months, right? The next 5 months. I want to talk to you about that. Most agents will shut down their business in October and November, and they will resurface in January. Bad mistake. My coaching clients, the people I've been dealing with for nearly 4 decades, understand the most important 3 months of the year for a real estate professional is October, November, and December. Why, you might ask? Easy. I want you to end the year strong, but more importantly, I want you to start 2027 on fire. I want you to start on fire. See, most realtors run a 6, 7, 8, 9 month business. The real estate agents I affiliate with run a 15-month business to get 12 months of production. That's why we start October. So let me share my screen. Go right here. We're going to share the screen. The real estate new year starts Thursday, October 1st, 2026. This is our first quarter of 2027. We do not wait until January 1st. Remember, in January, I want you taking listings, closing real estate deals, opening escrows, qualifying buyers, doing loan applications. I do not want you calling me saying, David, I need to get started. I need to make some money because I've spent all this money over the holidays, don't have any money coming in. That's where most agents make their mistake. They go into January saying, I need to get started. I need to do this. Well, they basically have forfeited the first 2 or 3 months. If they get a listing in January, it's probably going to be 30, 45 days before it sells, another 45, 60 days before it closes. We're into April. That's why it's so important that you stay focused through the final 3 months. Why am I talking about that in the start of August? Here, let me show you August. Oops, too far. August, for my clients and for everything we do, is the thinking month. You got lots of people going on vacation. School is restarting everywhere. Football starts. I'm a huge football fan. You might have saw my recent video on my Detroit Lions. Go Lions. I put down here, I will be on vacation. I'll be off the grid. But it's the end of summer. So why is August a thinking month? Because for all my clients and everybody coming to the summit, I'll talk about the summit shortly, you got to start thinking about what 2027 looks like. Well, David, that's 5 months away. No, our new year start October. It's 2 months away, right? So this is the thinking month. I put down here August 1st to the 31st, 2025. Where were you at last year? I told the story recently that I had a client, and last year I invited her to come to the summit, and she said, Oh, David, I don't have the money. I can't come. Whatever excuse she made. I saw her again. I talked to her again this year. I said, Are you coming to the summit? She said, Oh, no, I don't have the money. I said, That's the same lame excuse you gave me last year. I said, Are you better off this year or worse off? She said, I'm about the same, probably a little worse. I said, Well, why don't you come to the summit where you can get motivated, where you can put a plan together so this time next year, we won't be having the same discussion. This August is the thinking month. I want you to think back. What were you doing last August 2025? Is it anything different from 2026? So let's move into September. September is the planning month. Autumn falls on Tuesday, September the 22nd. The summit. The summit starts on September 21st, 22nd, 23rd. That's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The Strategic Real Estate Life and Business Planning Workshop. We call it the Summit. You still have time to sign up. We have between 20 and 25 seats left. The cost is $5.99. If you're interested, get in touch with me. That's why September is the planning month, because we're going to plan for our success. We're going to start in October. We're going to work through November and December so that, again, what are we doing in January? We're taking listings, we're closing transactions, we're qualifying buyers, we're putting things in escrow, and we're doing loans, not getting started. Again, September's one of my favorite months. Why? Football. We got Pop Warner, we got high school, we got college, we got the NFL. You got Labor Day, which is September the 7th. Football starts September the 9th. And man, I'm telling you, we got 21 days in September. But I'm most excited about the summit. There it is. That's why September is the planning month. Most brokers, most coaches, most realtors don't even have a clue about doing this. I know there's some great coaches out there. I mean, that the cream of the crop coaches, they don't do anything like this until January. Some do it late in December. To me, that's too late. You forfeited the first quarter. Again, we're taking 15 months to get 12 months of production. October, November, December, everything flies into 2027. October is the working month. That's when we get started. See, most agents are starting to shut it down a little bit. Not us. We get going. See, we understand that we start losing daylight. Days start getting shorter in October. Halloween's the last day of the month, Saturday, right? But we want to make sure that we are at it. We are prospecting, proactive lead generating, we're branding, we're marketing, we're doing everything necessary to acquire clients, to find clients, because we understand listings we take in October will close either in December, more than likely in January. Loans we do in October and November more than likely will close in January. That's why it's so important for us to go to work in October. That's the working month. That's our first quarter. For many people, it's their last quarter. And this is why I say most agents will work 6, 8, 9 months out the year. Then they start shutting it down. Not us. We go strong. We go heavy in October, November, and December. So it's go time. October is go time. Focus on your plan, take action every day, dominate your market, finish strong so we can start 2027 stronger. Again, most agents are going to shut down, which means you have no competition. Zilch, right? That takes us into November. This is where the trap starts. This is the trap month. The trap month because we know that most people are going to take off the whole week of Thanksgiving. The trap goes from November 1st through January 31st. Most agents will probably take off almost a month and a half. They'll take off a week for Christmas, a week for New Year's. They'll take off a week for Thanksgiving. That's 3 weeks. We understand that November is holiday gatherings, shopping and spending, travel vacation, comfort zone, parties and celebration. But see, we can't do that. Here's why it's a trap. You got less prospecting, you got fewer appointments, you got missed opportunities, income takes a hit, momentum stops, competitors win. Don't fall in the trap. The trap is real. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you know that you start shutting down in October and November. Don't want you to do that this year. My clients don't do that. My clients understand we go hard, we're taking vacations. I take my vacation in August. Most of them are taking their vacation in August because come September, we're ready to roll. The solution, stay focused, stay active, stay consistent, stay hungry, finish strong, win the season. We need to win the season. So again, this is when the trap starts. That takes us to December. Love December. Favorite holiday. I always tell people, football season is my favorite. Then Thanksgiving and Christmas. You can't go wrong. Christmas is on Friday, December 25th, which means most people are going to take off that entire week. They're going to go into New Year's because that's the next Friday, and they're going to take off that whole week. Not us. This is roughly 16 days where people are going to be off. What I tell all my people, no, we can't do that. We have to keep marketing. I tell my people all the time, hey, you know what? Beginning of November, go out and buy 100, 200 Thanksgiving cards and send them to your top 100 to 200 people. Nobody sends Thanksgiving cards. My clients do. We want to be top of mind. We have that touch and talk campaign. We want to be top of mind. We want to get an early start on the marketing and wishing people happy holidays. So we start at Thanksgiving, which leads us right into Christmas, where we send out our happy holidays. We send out the happy Thanksgiving card, follow up with a happy holidays or happy New Year. But it's always happy. Why? Because my clients are working. They're doing their due. They plan, they prospect, they market, they follow up, they close. I put here big traps. I'm not saying don't take time off. I'm not saying don't have a good time in the holidays. What I'm saying is you cannot take off all that time. Here's one thing I would highly recommend. It's a great time to either build your database, purge your database, add to your database to get your database updated. Why? It's a great time to call people and wish them happy holidays. It's a great time to check in with everybody. And I have a magic question. After you talk to them, this is your magic question. Write this down. Ask them, do you have any plans to do anything in real estate in 2027 that I can help you with? Any plans? Plan on selling, buying, refinancing, doing a real estate loan, buying income property, doing anything that I can help you with. It's a great time. If you make 10 or 12 of these calls every day in November and December, you end up making 300 or 400 phone calls. I guarantee you that will get you business going into 2027. I had a client, rest in peace, Andre. I told him this about 8 or 9 years ago. He didn't believe me. So I said, okay, let's try it out. Just do me a favor and try it out. He did it. Do you know he took 4 listings in January? A lot of people say, Andre, I don't want to sell now, but I'll sell in January. I just want to get through the holidays. He took 4 listings. It works. It works. I put down here December notes. Listings taken in December will close in January and February. Lots of escrows open in December will close in January and February. Filling your pipeline in December will allow you to get off to a very fast start in 2027 and not go months without closing. Over 85% of the realtors won't close a deal in the first quarter. Why? Because they start to shut down their business. Don't shut your business down. Stand out. Win the new year. Plan a day, work today, win tomorrow. The busy realtor gets results. Well, I hope this has helped you to decide that, you know what, October, November, December in the past, I've taken time off. I'm going to still take a little time off, but I'm going to make sure I'm working my butt off because there will be business. In my 4 decades of doing this as a title professional and as a coach, January many times has been one of my biggest months because my people, they go to work. Well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm just going to tell you, I appreciate you listening to this all the way through. If this video in some small way or some large way has helped you, please share with your colleagues. Also, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Hey, if you need my services, my phone number, my email are down there. If you want a free consultation, give me a call. I'll give you a 20 to 30-minute free consultation to see how I can help you build your business in 2027. Well, that's all for today. It's been your favorite coach, David Plummer III, Coach DP3. Until the next video, which is coming out shortly after this one, peace out.